All right, this is the screwball system that somebody's modifying. So what they did is they put a contactor in here because this WEG controller is screwed up and it's not controlling anything. It does make the conversion from 120 to Y for the motor to get it to run. So that's why somebody put a contactor in here to turn this WEG unit on and off. I had to reset it once because it started and then it stopped again. I checked my Delta T when I had it running, and before I had, in the sight glass, I had nothing but bubbles filled. Now it just stopped. So the bubbles stopped. When I checked my Delta T for this unit, it's 23, 24. So it should be between 25 and 35 for a high velocity system, but I don't have that. So it's on the low side. So the refrigerant might be low. Now that the sight glass cleared up, that was my first indication. But another indication is that I've got water in the pan on the emergency drain pan. All right, so we now have an understanding about why the water is in the emergency drain pan. The understanding is the fact that this collection pan is not filling up because it's leaking out of the collection pan somewhere, but we don't know exactly where. And it's never reaching the drain, so it can never drain out correctly where it's intended to. So somewhere in the system, there is a hole in the collection pan, and that's my expectation. Otherwise, it would be filled with water and be running out the drain. Instead, it's leaking into the cabinet and then leaking out of the cabinet over here and into the emergency drain pan, which as soon as that fills up, it's going to spill over the side and it's going to take their sealing out. Nothing is a good prospect with that. All right, now we're calculating subcool. We have 104, 105 on the gauge, and then we look at our temperature, and we have 95.5 on the temperature. So the gauge minus the line is about 10 degrees of subcool, so we're right on the mark.